I got over dying, and here we are doing puzzles.
Got over it
I got over dying.
with Bennett Foddy.
No.
I
new,
made you laugh.
new Bennett Foddy game. They make you take chemo in real life while you play Getting Over It.
Oh man.
Yeah, the game is a physical disc, so you have to buy a separate disc drive. That's part of the challenge of the new Getting Over It.
Yeah.
Then it comes with a bottle of chemo.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's legal.
It's very illegal.
And they control how much chemo you get so much they make the doctor send a new prescription every time. We can't refill it.
Pain. Gal.
Gal. I used 4 hints.
I know
on
you
this
did.
One.
That's why I'm gonna get it with no hint.
If you insist.
Crow. I just need to find a word.
Yep.
Slam.
Slamma-jamma.
Slammin'. You remember that meme?
Slammin'?
Like some guy would go out in public, buy like some food item, take like a bite of it or a drink of it, and then he would just like scream like slamming, but like really prolong. I don't want to do it because it'll like hurt my throat. But like it was obnoxious.
I don't know if I ever saw that one.
It's an older.
Yeah.
It was during like the prank era of YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Only 6 words.
Welt. Oh. Big words. Pray. It's the only kind of praying I do.
Yeah, what do you prey upon?
I hunt the rabbits in the backyard when you're not looking. Yeah.
Not the bunnies.
Those bunny bones we found, that was me all along.
You marinated me. You actually killed that bunny and self-reported.
Yeah. Wait, Palo was a word?
Finding a lot of Honkai characters today, huh?
What other Honkai characters
You
did I
found
find?
Welt?
Oh, I did find Welt, huh? I wasn't thinking of the Honkai Welt. I was just thinking of like a Welt.
Yeah.
Carl Classic. It seems to be a proper noun of some sort.
It is a proper noun.
So it's either a brand or a name of someone or something. Sing. Slamming. Wait, slamming. What? That's not in the word list?
Slamming has 2 M's.
What, really?
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Is it though?
How about slang? Oh, I already did that one.
That's the first word you found.
I already did that one. Pain? I already did pain. Gain?
No pain, no gain.
Fuck it. I don't want to do this shit. Way? Affle? Afla? Alpha? Flea?
That is a word.
Carl Classic. Affel? Wefa? Fail? It's apparently not on the word list.
You've highlighted it but did not submit it.
What? Fail? Wafa? Affel? Elfa? Afflay?
There's only so many combinations.
Elf?
A elf.
A elf. Elf? I can't make a word with these letters. Feel?
Feel and flee are both words, so you've made 2 words. You just need to make a 3rd.
Wait, leaf. Oh, are these car brands?
Car brands?
Yeah.
No.
No?
That's not the theme.
Oh. What's a Carl classic?
It is a classic.
Carl the Caterpillar?
I'm pretty sure you know this one.
I do? Pill. Whoa. Wait, what is that? Caterpillar? Oh, I was about to like.
So, isn't it strange that Caterpillar's there?
Wait, is this the hungry caterpillar? You're so stupid.
I know. Well,
you're so dumb.
I couldn't find words. So I after 2 words, I was like, I don't get it. And I had found hungry, and I'm like, well, what's
Wait, what?
salami?
Oh, I don't remember that hungry caterpillar eating salami,
But Eric Carle is the author of The Very Hungry Caterpillar.
Oh.
So it's a Carle classic.
So I kind of just stumbled into Carl the caterpillar?
Yeah.
It took me a little bit to remember how to spell caterpillar.
It helps that you kind of have to use all of those letters.
Tail. What else did the hungry caterpillar eat? What else did he eat? I don't remember the specific things he eats. Oh, I see pickle. I see.
One more word.
This is all one word. Oh, watermelon. Wow, you're so dumb, Jocelyn. You're like the dumbest person I've ever met.
What? Yeah, I used 3 whole more clues than you.
Yeah, 3 more.
So I read The Very Hungry Caterpillar like a couple times as a kid, but it wasn't a book that I owned, so I didn't read it abundantly.
Sure. Whatever you need to tell yourself, sweetie. I also
just had a hard time finding words this morning, so I was definitely dumb this morning.
I know I woke up early today.
Yeah.
But I felt like super awake all day. Maybe
that's the secret. I slept in like 3 seconds later than you, so now I'm dumb.
I probably would have laid in bed with you for a while longer and just like snugged, but I had to pee real bad, and I knew that if I laid in the bed, you'd eventually do that thing where you like straddle me, and I was like, I can't handle that much pressure on my bladder right now.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'm gonna disengage this snug.
Yeah.
Before it gets too late.
I had my arm over your chest for a little bit, but I'm like, he said he needs to pee. I need to unbuckle him so he doesn't feel like he has to lay here the whole time.
Yeah, you gotta unbuckle me. So
I unbuckled you.
Okay. 1 second. I'm gonna change the stream title. No one watches, so nobody will know that I caterpillar. Nobody watches, so nobody knows that I changed the title midstream.
Also, nobody watches, so no one will get spoiled on what the span word is.
Yeah.
Remember that time when you just made the title what the span word actually was? Because
that was an accident, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that one was an accident.
I don't remember what that one was.
I don't remember what it was, but you looked at the theme, and you were like, This is my first thought when I see that theme and made that the title, but it was also the span word.
Well,
It got a
maybe
big
don't
mini
be so
today.
predictable. Well, it's Saturday. It's always a
Yeah,
big mini
I'm
on
excited
Saturday.
for the big mini.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let me get in sitting up position. Okay. Actually, let's put that back down a little because I can't see the mini. Okay. Stuff chewed by a cow. That's cud.
Cud.
Bakery offerings selection. I'll come back to that. Corporate makeover. Rebrand.
Yeah.
100%.
All maybe.
Oh yeah, all. Blake D. Jing philosophical. Like restrictions you might mention to a waiter. Dietary.
Yeah.
Difficult shape for a mini golf hole. A U. This takes me back. No style. No, I'll come back to that. What the Disney Channel and Golf Channel appear on?
Cable TV.
Cable TV.
TV.
Kiev abbreviation.
Ukraine.
Oh, Ukraine. Awkward silence in a broadcast is a...
That's dead air.
Dead air. Dion, who performed atop the... Oh, Celine. I know nothing about Celine Dion. Responds in an aggressive and threatening tone. Angry? No. Wait.
Yeah, you need an E for angry.
4 across. Bakery offerings.
Oh, cakes.
Responds to an aggressive and threatening tone. Snarky.
Yeah.
Snarky.
Or it could be snarks as well.
It could be snarks. Weather detecting technology, radar. Writer Arthur Conan Doyle.
Yeah.
The T of by the way. The. Just about. Okay, so this might be reverse. Snarks. Huh? That didn't even trigger a prompt.
It doesn't prompt you if you
dare. What's 3 down?
Dead air.
Oh, I'm just fucking dumb. Cable TV, Celine, radar, Anthical. What was 12 o'clock?
Snarls. Anthill.
Anthill. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Difficult shape for a mini golf hole. I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, connections.
I made one mistake on this one.
Tongue tape. Language French dressing. Cottage. Bandage, craftsman, make out, scissors, dialect, prairie, kiss, speech. Tongue, tape, bandage, and there's not a 4th word for this. English language. Craftsman, scissors, make out, kiss. Make out, kiss. French and tongue. And if it's not tongue, it might be neck. Okay, then it's probably neck.
Yeah. Made the same mistake I did. I saw neck first, but then I was like, oh, but tongue. And I switched to tongue.
Tonguing is a way you would refer to Frenching, kissing, making out. Necking, honestly, I know that it's in the realm of like things that people do when they're, smooching and stuff. But like necking to me is farther removed from these three
Necking
than
is a term for making out. It actually has nothing to do with the neck. It's weird, but
that makes
that's
no
how
sense. I've always known necking is like you're kissing their neck.
Yeah, it's weird, but
Oh, I know that dressings isn't one of the connections. Um, language, speech, tongue, dialect. Then we've got cottage, prairie, ranch. Cottage, prairie, ranch. Craftsman?
what are these?
Well, so cottage, prairie, ranch are all words for like kind of like a homestead.
Okay.
But like bandage, dressing tape, and scissors feel right to me.
Uh-huh.
That's why this is weird. Like I don't get how craftsman fits in. Unless it's just like an old term that I'm not used to hearing. Bandage, dressing, tape. Is there anything that can go with bandage, dressing, tape other than scissors? Is there anything that can go with cottage, prairie, or ranch other than craftsman? Tape, bandage, dressing. No, I'm just gonna go for it.
Send it.
House styles, craftsman. I guess maybe that's like
Yeah.
houses with like a homemade feel to it or something.
So it's like an architectural style.
Oh, okay.
So it's not necessarily like the ranch with lots of land. You can have
And
like a
then
ranch style home.
I'm curious as to what specifically this is because I know they're all related, but I feel like scissors is a little bit of an outlier. First aid kit items. Okay, now that scissors make more sense. They make more sense. Wordle. Horse.
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 Ooh.
Whoa.
Do you want to think of one or do you want mine?
Oh no, that has an E. How about storm?
That's fine. Mine was story.
Oh!
You got it!
This is why we never trust you, because you're a big dumb who's never read The Hungry Caterpillar. You don't know your numbers or your maths because you didn't read The Hungry Caterpillar, and he taught us all about taking a single bite of a lot of different foods and wasting it all.
I read The Hungry Caterpillar, just not often.
Sure. Okay.
I got one wrong on Pokedoku because I took a risk on Can Learn Shadow Ball and got that wrong.
Oh man, Can Learn Shadow Ball, none of them are like the standards. But I do know of some guaranteed Can Learn Shadow Ballers. Because I know all of the evolutions can learn it through TM. Water electric. I'm going to go with. No, Electros is not water electric. He's just like electric, which is weird because he's a fish.
He's an eel.
He's an eel. Like
Electros is his name.
It makes no sense to me. But I'm gonna go with Chin Chow.
That's the one I picked too.
I don't think there's many electric water types.
They're not.
Grass electric. Who's the grass electric? Grass electric, grass electric. Let's see. I'm thinking maybe the new Virizion. No, I think the new Virizion is like psychic steel or something like that. Because I know he's used in that one comp that Amarouge used to be used in.
When you say Verizian, do you
I'm
mean the
talking
new
about the iron
Cobalion?
Cobalion. Oh, is the Cobalion the one that uses the psychic force move?
Yeah, that was Cobalion.
Oh, so then maybe like iron barbs. Iron leaves is the name. So it has leaves in the name, so I'm inclined to think that at least it kept its grass typing, but I don't feel confident about the electric side of it. I'll have to I'll ruminate a little.
I mean, think about what type Iron Crown is.
Which one's Iron Crown again?
The Cobalion.
He's like Steel Psychic. Oh, so he's probably like Steel Leaf.
you're close, I guess. What type is Cobalion originally?
Electric Ice Volt. No, it's like Jolt. Arcto. What's the dude's name? Zolt. There it is. What is this? Electric Ice Arctozolt. There it is. Are there only like 2?
There's only 2.
Damn. Grass Electric still not coming to me. There can't be many of these.
There's not many.
This feels like a very weird type combo.
Yeah. There is at least more than one Pokemon line of it, so you have chances.
That's something.
It's not much.
Water Final Evolution. There's a lot of these.
There are a lot of those. You sure you want to do Final Evolutions before you do Shadow Balls?
Are you trying to tell me that Vaporeon doesn't know Shadow Ball?
Oh well, if that's what you're gonna go for, then like go for it, I guess.
Now you got me all scared, man.
I did not check whether Vaporeon learns Shadow Ball or not.
I feel like this one's sneaky because Ice type is over there. 1%. I was hoping for lower. And then Ice type Final Evolution. Glalie a Final Evolution, right? Because it's a split thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fork. I'm gonna go with Frostless. Okay. But she can learn Shadow Ball. I'll save her. Glalie. I'll do Glalie. Okay, more than I wanted, but I'll do Frostless here. 47% of people picked Frostless?
I think she's the only ice ghost, so she's just like the easy safe pick.
Are there maybe just not a lot of ice types that learn Shadow Ball?
There were like a decent handful, but
should have just went with Glaceon.
Glaceon was number 2.
Do I know any grass types that learn Shadow Ball other than Leafeon? No, I'm just gonna play this safe. Yeah. I just want to beat you. Okay. Whoa, that was actually really low.
Compared to Frostless, yeah.
Should have went with Glaceon. Should have went with Glaceon. I feel like this is tech that people just don't actively remember.
Yeah, that's good check. I didn't remember that.
Um. Okay. Final evolution grass, and then we have electric grass. What the hell is an electric grass type? Let's just try thinking of electric types first.
Okay.
I feel like this could be like a weird Ultra Beast thing. Like maybe the bundle of wires. Can
You
I figure
remember its name?
It's like wire. Circuitry.
I'm shocked that it came up when you typed
Wait a
wire.
minute. Wait a minute. It has tree in its name, Jocelyn.
Well, yeah, its name is circuitry.
But it's got tree in its name.
Yeah?
I'm going for it because I can't think of anything else. Damn it.
Monoelectric, man.
Okay, grass final evolution because I can get this one. What's the final evolution of a grass type? This one's too hard.
I don't know.
I'm just trying to think of something that's like obscure.
Right.
Technically, Tropius is the final evolution.
Does not.
I
include
know,
Pokemon.
I know. But it is technically.
It's not technically because it never evolved even once.
Let's go with maybe Blossom. Maybe Arboliva. Maybe Applin's a grass type. So maybe I go for one of the Dragos. Traplin, Hydrapple, Flapple. Do I want Flapple or Appleton? Flapple or Appleton? I'm gonna go with Appleton because he's cuter.
He is cute.
0.6! Let's go! Okay. Rotom! Oh, yeah, I've gotten this before.
Yeah.
I just forgot about it because it's such a forgettable variant Pokemon.
Rotom is forgettable because it's easy to forget Rotom is a Pokemon and not just your Pokédex.
Well, I find it hard to remember Rotom anything other than Wash.
You didn't even say Rotom Wash with electric and water.
Well, that's because Chinchou's just my go-to. Oh, they intended for Glaceon.
Yeah, they did Vaporeon, Leafeon, Glaceon, the 3 Rotoms.
Oh, they did Hydrapple.
Yeah, they did.
Was the apple pie less than Hydrapple? Man, I feel. It was so low. I feel so dumb for not remembering fucking Voltorb.
Voltorb and Rotom.
Because I instantly got it on a different one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Okay, Juxtastat, which has a higher percentage of people who speak Spanish at home. So this is California. This is Indiana.
I don't think we need to discuss California versus Indiana.
Yeah, California. Which has less access to hospitals, higher population weighted mean distance. So this is Mason City and Rochester in Minnesota. And this is LA, California. So I'm sure the city probably has a lot of hospitals.
Like similar to San Francisco, there's probably just like a bunch.
Which has less access to hospitals. So that means the hospitals are farther away.
Yes.
Then my guess is probably Minnesota.
Same. Because it's not talking about how long it takes to get there with traffic on the LA highways. It's talking about pure distance.
Distance, yeah. And this is a lot more spread out, yeah. Okay, which has a higher percent of people who have a graduate degree. So we got Nevada and Georgia. This one actually is a little tougher.
Yeah.
Because I know that a lot of like degreed like workers do move to Georgia.
Yeah.
Because there's like there's tech work there. It's like a red tech work state.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like how Utah oddly has like kind of like a growing tech industry. And then Nevada. Nevada's right next to California.
Nevada is also just like kind of a barren desert.
Yeah, only these little edges.
So there's Reno and Vegas.
It's a higher percent of people who have a graduate degree. I'm inclined to Georgia.
I would also be inclined to Georgia.
Let's go! Third one's always the hardest. Which has a higher percentage of workers employed in building and grounds cleaning and maintenance occupations. So this is Springfield, Massachusetts. There's a lot of buildings in like this, like a lot of like little towns and cities and stuff. This is essentially
like nowhere, Texas.
Yeah, this is essentially like a half of a small city, and then like some little towns around. My vote's Springfield.
Percentage. Let's see.
Because let's zoom out a little bit.
Yeah.
Get them to about like the same size. I think that's about the same size. No, I think this one zoomed in one more. Yeah. Okay, so this is them size-wise comparison.
Uh-huh.
So they're roughly the same size-ish.
So
this one's just a little taller.
Here's my line of thinking. When you have more large buildings, you can percentage-wise fit more non-maintenance workers into that large building. You know, like if it takes like one person to upkeep a small building and 5 people to upkeep a huge building, but you can only fit like 10 workers in the small building and 500 workers in the huge building, then like the ratio is disproportionate. But on the other hand, that Springfield downtown core may have more builders, but like grounds cleaning and maintenance may skew towards.
Let's clarify what ground clean. Janitors.
That's
a big one. Maids, groundskeepers, gardeners, and pest control workers. So here's something I want to say.
Yeah.
My grandpa spent a small stint of time as a custodian for a school district.
Yes.
It was like him and like maybe one or two other guys handling an entire school district.
Okay.
This is like 3 or 4 facilities, maybe even more. Sometimes he'd get called in to help out other places.
Okay.
So like I'm inclined to think that just janitors alone would pump up Springfield. Cause like they'll spread you thin in more rural areas like this.
Whereas like you generally in like a larger
think
building,
of it this
like
way.
More downtown.
More people, more upkeep.
Yeah. Well, I was also just thinking like, you know, if you have a corporate office, you may have like a dedicated janitorial staff for your office. No, I think you still contract that out, but you just need more people to take care of it.
To like clean stuff. I'm all in on Springfield. I don't know if I've convinced you.
It's just hard because more people, more upkeep. It's also like more people to dilute that percentage pool. Percentage makes it very difficult. I don't know exactly how much it scales.
You want me to just make the call then?
Yeah, you can just make the
Wash your hands of this decision.
You feel more strongly about Springfield.
Damn
I was kind of waffling.
I want to see how close that was.
Okay.
District of Columbia, USA. Jefferson County, Kentucky.
What's the question, sweetie?
Which has a higher snowfall population weighted. So I don't really need that extra info. So snowfall, let me just see which ones.
DC's near the coast.
The like physical
Kentucky's
orientation.
Flat.
So Kentucky. And then Whoa, where did we end up? Okay. This isn't like okay, so Washington's here.
Yeah.
Kentucky, the spot we're looking
Yeah,
at is
so it's
here.
like a couple degrees more north. So it's the
Hmm.
difference is kind of more in like the near coastal versus inland plains.
Yeah. Let's look at greenery. There's not as much forest
Yeah, this
as
is
I
like
thought there would be.
this is like the downtown core of Louisville. So
let's look a little bit around it. Because weather's not like so isolated.
yeah.
So this is snowfall.
Mm-hmm.
And then Washington. Now, my question, the science question,
Yeah.
would being near big water sources make it harder to create snowfall or easier?
So
I feel like it makes it harder.
Yeah, I haven't lived
because it
on
warms
the
up the atmosphere.
Yeah, I haven't lived on the East Coast, but on the West Coast, it makes it harder to get snow.
It just usually becomes rain because the
yeah.
temperature is on average higher.
The temperature is not on average higher; it's on average more temperate. There are fewer swings, fewer like lower highs, higher lows.
My vote would be Kentucky.
Yeah, I
Because
think that like the inland plains
Yeah.
areas are more
Like,
likely to get snow than the coast.
I'm fairly familiar with this area
Yeah, like,
and
look how close it is to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
How much does Cincinnati snow?
it snows a lot in Ohio.
Then yeah, I'd go Louisville.
No.
Dang.
Oh my, that was
0.2
so
centimeters.
close. That was so big.
Yeah.
It's just like maybe my grandpa was an outlier then.
Or maybe it's kind of what I was saying, like you can maintain a large building with proportionally fewer people.
Oh, just like maybe they both use the same amount of people, but because there's so many non-custodian workers, it dilutes the pool.
Maybe they don't use the same amount. Maybe like Springfield uses twice as many people, but they can jam like 5 times as many workers into the same space.
I gotcha. So, a lot of people, 100% have gotten question 1. I mean, it's Spanish at home. I guess that is a pretty easy one. Middle one had actually pretty good hit rate. The last 2 were a lot closer. I feel like the last 2 were tough.
The last 2 were very tough.
Like Georgia felt kind of easy to me because I'm like, I know Georgia's been popping lately.
Yeah, like you hear things about Atlanta. You don't really hear anything about Nevada. Like all you hear about Nevada is like
Las
casino.
Vegas. Yeah.
And
that I was like, probably a majority of workers there are in the service industry because waiters, bartenders, the women who just kind of stand around and like look pretty to like make you want to buy more chips.
Even
like all of those workers.
Yeah, even dealers are like in the service industry.
Oh yeah, that dealers are in the service industry.
And then like entertainment would also be a big industry in Nevada.
Oh, but we did the duels. It's been a bit, but chemo kicked my butt. Sorry, future Jocelyn. But what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
I was just spending all week worried that you were gonna die tomorrow and that I would only have like 30 videos to look back on you on. It's fine.
She came in here and like nuzzled up to me yesterday, all scared that I was gonna be dead and stuff, because she listened to a sad song and it made her sad, so she had to come in here and console herself on me. It wasn't
a sad song. I read Giant Nerd Boyfriend and she talked
about
some sad
it was
things.
Giant Nerd Boyfriend.
She talked about some sad things. She talked about missing her dad again, and when the first time I read about her dad dying, I was like, oh yeah, that's sad, but like I don't relate. And now when she talks about her dad dying, I'm like, oh no, don't die, Austin.
Austin's gonna die one day. And then a cruel joke that the cruel prankster that God is, I outlive you.
I mean, based on what you've told me, you won't outlive me for long.
What? Why?
Well, I mean, once I'm dead.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, 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 yeah.
If
Well,
I
I'm
if
gonna
I
go
do
kill myself. Bye.
No.